What up, it's your boy Pat, that Varsity Geek, here with another nerd-focused video for you guys this week. Now, I know in recent times there hasn't been a lot to get excited about when it comes to anime or nerdy TV shows and things of the like coming out. There's been a lot of things that have been pushed back, a lot of releases that have been pushed back just because of the pandemic that we're going through. But towards the end of last week, Viz Media had an announcement that I think is pretty exciting. They formally announced that a new Inuyasha spin-off series would be coming out called Yashahime Princess Half-Demon. Now, this new spin-off series will bring back Inuyasha's original creator, Rumiko Takahashi, as the character designer, as well as the original production studio that worked on Inuyasha, Sunrise. I'm just going to go through a quick synopsis of the plot that they dropped for us. So this new spin-off will focus on the daughters of Inuyasha and Sesshomaru, and it'll be set in feudal Japan. The main characters for the spin-off series are the half-demon twins, Toa and Setsuna, who are Sesshomaru's daughters. Now, during a forest fire that happens during the show, the twins are separated, and while Toa is searching for her younger sister Setsuna, she wanders into a mysterious tunnel that transports her into the future, into current-day Japan. And if you've watched the original Inuyasha anime, this is something that's dealt with a lot, traveling between current Japan and feudal Japan. So after Toa is transported to current-day Japan, she's found by Sota Higurashi, which is the younger brother of Kagome Higurashi from the original Inuyasha anime. And so after Sota finds her, he raises her with his family because they are technically related. He's Kagome's brother, so it's kind of a weird, brother of my aunt kind of situation. So I'm sure he wouldn't just kick her out on the street or anything. But Toa is raised for 10 years with Sota and his family, and after those 10 years pass, that tunnel that opened up and transported Toa from feudal Japan to current day Japan opens back up again. And this allows Toa to go back to feudal Japan, which is her time, and to look for her younger sister Setsuna. And so Toa goes back to her timeline and reunites with her younger sister Setsuna, who is now a demon slayer working under Kohaku, which is another one of the characters from the original Inuyasha anime. He's Sango's brother, so he comes from a clan of demon slayers. But Setsuna has no memory of her older sister Toa, and it's shocking to Toa because she's been trying to get back to her for so long. And so the two sisters are joined by Moroha, which is the daughter of Inuyasha and Kagome, so they're pretty much joined by their cousin. And the three girls go on a journey through time and space to reclaim their lost memories and their lost past. So from the plotline, it sounds like it's going to have all the, Inuyasha stuff that we're used to, the fighting, the traveling back and forth through time, and I'm excited to kind of see where they go with it. Now, Inuyasha is an anime that originally aired in the US from 2002 to 2015. And for us 90s babies, it was really one of the first intro anime that we got into that would kind of get us interested into anime as a whole and make us branch out to other anime titles. At least I know it was for me. Now, the original Inuyasha story follows a girl from current day Japan named Kagome who gets thrust back into feudal Japan and then has to go on adventures with her friends to find the Shikon Jewel and to defeat the big bad boss of the show named Naraku. And if you watched Inuyasha, I'm sure a lot of this makes sense to you. If this doesn't make sense to you, then go back and watch it. It's a great show to watch. Now, this show featured a lot of interesting characters, such as Inuyasha, who's a half-human, half-demon, who's constantly trying to prove himself, prove his strength, and really get revenge for the murder of the priestess that he loved, who was killed by Naraku. You also have a monk named Moroku, whose family was cursed by Naraku, and all the males have a wind tunnel in their hand that allows them to suck up all the demons and fight against the demons. But that wind tunnel slowly grows bigger and bigger over time, and eventually it will consume the male. And this curse is really meant to destroy Moroku's family line. So in order to get rid of the wind tunnel, he has to fight Naraku and he has to destroy him so that curse will go away. There's also Sango, a demon hunter whose entire clan was deceived and destroyed by Naraku. And then you've got Sesshomaru, Inuyasha's full-blooded demon brother, who hates Inuyasha and really picks on him in a way that an older brother could do, except there's a bunch of discrimination against Inuyasha because he doesn't recognize him as his brother because he's a half-demon instead of a full demon like Sesshomaru is. And there are just lots of other interesting characters other than these people, but these are some of the main characters that you would have seen in Inuyasha from the rip and throughout the entire series. Now, for the time, Inuyasha had good animation, good plot points, and like I said, it introduced an entire generation of kids to anime and really helped them branch out into other anime titles other than Dragon Ball Z and things that you would see like that are really action focused. I would definitely say it was one of the big hitters in the late 90s, early 2000s, up there along with Dragon Ball Z, but it had a different feel than DBZ did. It had so many different elements and different plot points that I feel like any kid around that time could identify with, so it really gave it the potential for a huge following, as opposed to Dragon Ball Z, which is mainly about action and fighting. This had a lot of other stuff going on with it. It had fights between humans and cool-looking demons. It had OP weapons and abilities, like the Tetsaiga with its wind scar. It had some super cool characters who developed really well throughout the show, but it also had romance elements that made it a lot more palatable to people who weren't looking just for a straight action adventure type of series. So I feel like this was a series that really played well to all genders, all races, all economic backgrounds, all different types of interests. It's just something that anybody could really get behind if they wanted to. And it also dealt with a lot of harsh themes. One of the biggest overarching ones would be discrimination. Inuyasha and some other characters in the show are half demons, and in this society, half demons really didn't have a place to belong. Full-blooded demons hated them because they thought that their blood was impure and that they weren't as strong as full-blooded demons were, and humans definitely weren't going to accept half demons because they also saw their blood as tainted and really persecuted them a lot. So half demons were persecuted in the society to no end. And so Inuyasha really delved into a lot of other deep, thought-provoking elements like that would really help you identify with it if you were somebody who didn't feel like you fit the norm, or if you were just somebody who liked deep, thought-provoking shows like I was. Like I said, Inuyasha was one of the first anime that I watched. It was really one of the shows that pulled me deeper into the world of anime and its storytelling. Even though as a child, some of the episodes really kept me up at night with some of the demons that were in there, or some of the things that were going on. But I still loved the show. It was thought-provoking, and it really introduced me to a level of anime that I hadn't experienced before. A level of anime that's based on storytelling and good character development, which I love to this day. And so as such, I'm excited that they announced the spin-off series, especially since there hasn't been a lot of great anime-related information coming out during this pandemic. It's something that I'm excited to see how they do, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they can do a good job with it. Now, one thing that is super encouraging is that the original creator of Inuyasha, as well as the studio that originally handled Inuyasha, are both being brought in some capacity to work on this project. I can't count how many times spin-off anime have been made without the original creator involved, and they just end up flopping. Having the original creator there, even if it's only in a character development role, will allow them to bounce ideas off the original creator, and I feel like the creator will really be able to put his stamp on this new spin-off series in a way that you just can't get if the creator's not around. So, I'm excited. I hope that it'll have that same Inuyasha goodness, with, some updated themes, some updated animation, updated plots and character development, things like that. I'm hopeful to see where this spin-off goes, and I hope that they're able to do a really good job on it and stick the landing in a way that some spin-offs like Dragon Ball GT just weren't able to. Now, for all you Inuyasha fans out there, let me know what you think about this new spin-off announcement. Are you excited about it? Are you a little scared that they're going to mess it up? Are you going to watch it when it comes out? Just give me your general thoughts on it and how you think they're going to do. I've been Pat, that Varsity Geek. Hope you have a great week. Peace out.